Hi guys, welcome to the Saving Money Show with me, your host Sean. Well, today we're talking about Workhorse, and we'll be talking about Tsla and ttcf and a few other things, but Workhorse is going to be the main focus. So for those of you who aren't in Workhorse, we will get the other things over with so you can get on with your day. Well, Tsla has been forced to stop construction of its Berlin gigafactory over an unpaid €100 million deposit, and apparently has until the 4th of January to make the payment. Apparently it's run into many roadblocks regarding factory, but there is some upside. Apparently the Shanghai gigafactory has started production of a Model Y, and a drone flyby has seen a lot of them outside. There has been rumours of Tsla taking over Ford. I don't think it will happen, because firstly you've got to pay Ford for their shares outstanding, then you've got to totally redo their factories. I just don't think it will happen. Now, there will be videos coming out about ttcf soon enough, and dilution. On the 5th of November they submitted S1 filing for common stock and warrants. And do not panic sell. Think to yourself, why would a company with ttcf's balance sheet be doing this? They didn't do it when they hit $25–30 a share. It's below that now, and they're further along. They spoke in Analyst Day about acquisitions. I think they're gearing up to be prepared for an acquisition, so that once they get the acquisition sorted out, they can just float the shares on the market and take them over when someone comes along. So do not be too worried about it. Now, for those of you who didn't know, a protest was going on at Stanford Hospital, carried out by staff who found out that the hospital executives gave themselves the COVID vaccine, and high up administrators who were working from home instead of giving it to nurses and physicians who was in contact with patients. I can understand their frustration. Now we're going to talk about Workhorse, baby. And if you remember, I said I think Ford would get 70% of the contract, and here we have an analyst saying 60 to 70%. This is because everyone's saying the blue truck is Walmart because of Walmart's colours, so you can compare it. You've seen the blue truck by now. This is what Pritchard's Workhorse van looks like. Joe Biden's tweet on climate change and jobs, put Americans to work. Now, what does that better than Workhorse? This is the Workhorse drivetrain. They're showing a new employee how it works, and this is the UPS vans that they're building, and this is another scene of it. Now, the chassis, and this is the telematic. Sorry, problem speaking from Workhorse. Now, this shows how Workhorse is ideally suited over a hybrid or an ICE vehicle, because of the stop-start. It's more efficient, and it's the kind of thing they will be looking at. Now, you see, Chief Executive of Workhorse talking about the horsefly, because I think everyone seems to have forgotten about that. That's the, and they're forgetting about the software that goes along with it, because people pay a lot for this software. Now, this is about Mayor Pete, who was used to having a budget of 10 million, will now have a budget of 87 billion to deal with all these things. And the US adds a Chinese drone company, DJI, to economic blacklist. Now, if you're a company looking for a drone, and all of a sudden you hear this and you was looking at DJI, you know, you would then suddenly think to yourself, why would I go there? You've got companies like Workhorse, you've got other American companies, you know, why would I take the risk that all of a sudden they're going to block their tech after spending all the money on the contract? Now we're going to talk about something a bit different. Now, I don't know if you knew this or not, but Trading 212 are trying to copy eToro's footsteps. You know, we knew they had pies you could create, but now they're having a pie library and a copy pie feature. Basically, you have the traditional overview, then the auto invest, the sharing, and then you have the pie library, where you could go all the way down. Briscoe himself says it's because of the size of his channel that he's up the top, and he thinks that Trevor should be, or the bear should be, top. And the thing is, basically, what happens is, if you go to one of these, say this, you can comment on it, or you can press copy pie and you can copy it into your pie. Makes it easy, but you can make your pie public as well. But remember, this average annual return is based on historical market performance, and historical performance is no guarantee of future performance. I have a few pies that have no historical performance, but I believe future performance will be huge. And for instance, I have some penny stocks that will 5x, you know, and I have my ISA, and some people are surprised that I have some American stocks in there. It's just I had, well, how can I put it? I couldn't find any value stocks to go in an ISA at the time. I wanted to bump up my ISA allowance, and there was lots of value US stocks, so I put them in, and that's why they're in there. And then when I sell them, I will end up moving UK stocks into there. But what I have, as you can see, is I've made up a few of them. The thing is, I've rebalanced some of them. I've withdrawn money from some of them because they hit a high, and then I've put some back in. And see there, I've got penny stocks to 5x, I've got hyper growth, EVs, and dividend part 1. Dividend part 1 is, well, I was doing a piece on get a dividend a day, get paid a dividend a day, and that was the first part of that. Now, you can see there's not a lot in there, purely because we've moved the money for a game plan of mine, and it worked out. So now I'll be moving the money back next Friday, and I have, with Hypergrowth, I have auto invest on, and we'll have a look at that for the holdings. AMD, Fastly, Roku, Neo, Take-Two, CrowdStrike, C Limited, Fiverr, GSX, Carvana, CleanSpark, SG Blocks, Tesla, Netflix, Zoom, JD, Square, Mercado Libre, Zillow, Pinduoduo, 5.9 and Sunrun. Anyway, I'll leave the links to these in the description, along with links to Freetrade, Trading 212 and Stake. Freetrade are doing a Christmas stock hamper. Anyone that signs up doing the link will get put into a Christmas draw where they could win a stock hamper of like Shopify, Nike and a load of other stocks. So why not check that out if you haven't signed up already. And there's links to other offers as well. And don't forget to hit the like button and comment in the box below, and subscribe if you haven't already. It means a lot to me and it costs nothing. And I'll see you in the next video.